Can you use embroidery thread for Sashiko? Some people do, but is it really the same? In Japan, Sashiko is traditionally done with a special thread, but here embroidery thread is more common, it's easier to find. So today I'm going to compare both and show you the difference so you can decide what works best for you. The way I'm going to do this, I've got two exactly the same pieces of fabric, this is 100% Kona cotton, and I've got the same pattern, and I'm just going to draw this same simple pattern on each piece, and then I'm going to sew one with the traditional Sashiko thread and one with embroidery silk, and compare the two, and we'll just see what the difference is and take a look at it. And this is actually the first time that I have sewn Sashiko with embroidery thread, so I'll be finding this out myself. I usually do the Sashiko thread just because when I started doing Sashiko, I planned to do the traditional method. So I'll draw these on here and then we'll get started with some Sashiko. I've drawn my two patterns on, both just the same. So I'm going to put one to one side, and I'm going to start with the Sashiko thread. Sashiko, as I say, is a traditional thread. If you've never touched it or held it before, it does feel different. It's a little bit rougher, a little bit more string-like is what I always think. It's not meant to separate out. You do usually use this as a single thread, although I have seen it used double, but generally speaking it seems to be used in a single thread. It's used with the Sashiko thimble, and you can see that compared to the embroidery silk it has a much more matte finish rather than a little bit of luster that's on the embroidery silk. There is a little soft twist in the thread there, and it's quite tough, so I think there's like an essence of durability in there. So I'm starting with the Sashiko knot to do this, and I'm just going to sew this in the traditional way. So when Sashiko teachers are teaching Sashiko, they do use Sashiko thread. I'm not sure if they ever offer an option. I actually haven't seen that done, but that doesn't mean to say that it's never done. It's just I haven't seen it. The teacher that I met and helped me with my Sashiko, she never suggested I use anything else but the Sashiko thread, and that is what I've always done. So I'm just doing my usual loading it onto the needle. And I'm going to use the Sashiko needle for both of these. I'm not going to change the method that I do the Sashiko in. The only difference is going to be the two threads, because I'm trying to make this as even a comparison as I can. So just push it through. I'm using pink thread for this. Pink isn't usually what I use very often, but I've been making a baby quilt with this pink thread, and this is some that I've got left over, so it's good to use it up in a trial. Have you used a variety of threads? I've read that a pearl cotton is a popular comparison as well as this regular embroidery silk. So if you've used that, let me know. So on social media sites, thread questions seem to be one of the most common. Can I use a different thread? What is Sashiko thread? And so there's a few comments about what could be used as alternatives, and embroidery silk and pearl cotton seem to be the commonest ones that I see people suggesting to be used. Personally, I always have used Sashiko thread. And then I'm just doing my usual tension control, and this is what plumps the Sashiko thread up and makes it look a little bit like a grain of rice. So I'm going to continue on and do this whole pattern, and then we'll come back and do the same thing with the embroidery thread, and then we'll be able to compare and see what that looks like. First sample is done using the Sashiko thread. You'll need to see them both together, so when I've done the other one, I'll press them both and lay them side by side so that you can get a better look. I actually don't like this pink thread at all, actually, on this blue. It really doesn't go at all. The pink I have is because I'm making a quilt, and on the white fabric that I'm using on, it looks really nice. It's a nice colour, but it doesn't go very well with this blue. So I won't be using this little sample for anything when I'm finished making this video. So let's move on to the embroidery silk now. So there's lots of reasons why people want to use this instead of Sashiko thread. For one thing, it has become much easier to get Sashiko thread now. At one point it was quite difficult, but this kind of embroidery thread you can buy anywhere. It's so commonly found. It's used by lots of people for lots of different things, embroidery and cross stitch and all kinds of things like that. Just see if I can find the end of this while I'm talking. It's quite cheap, but Sashiko thread is not really expensive by comparison. There's probably an equal amount in length in these two skeins, although I'm not going to use the whole 6 strands here. I'm actually not sure how much I should use. Maybe 2, maybe 3. So with embroidery thread, you know, you can just pull this out strand by strand, and of course you couldn't do that with Sashiko. It has to be opened in a certain way that doesn't tangle. If this was in a skein and I tried to pull it out strand by strand, because of the matte feel, it would be more likely to get tangled up. So let me just sit that to one side. So apart from availability and cost, a lot of people have leftover embroidery silk, and people do like to use up what they've got, and I think that's great. You know, I agree with a no waste approach in sewing. So to use up supplies is a good reason as well for this. So let's just have a look what 2 strands might look like and see if I think I need a third. Well, let's try 2 strands and see what that looks like. So I'll sit that off to one side. And of course this has a much silkier feel. It's got that nice sheen to it. I don't know if you can see that on camera. So I think I'll put my Sashiko thimble on and really sew it in exactly the same way. That seems the best option to do. And again, I started with a knot. This slides through the material much easier. The Sashiko thread had a much more clinging kind of a feel as it passed through the fabric. But that silkiness helps this to glide through. So perhaps some people might, you know, feel like this is easier in some ways than the Sashiko thread. But it's that adherent quality that the Sashiko thread has that makes it stay in position in the fabric better, so that it doesn't snag so easily and pull out. I actually do use a lot of embroidery silk myself. I like to do cross stitch as well as Sashiko stitching. I've also done some smocking on baby clothes. I quite enjoy doing that. That was something that I was taught as a child. I think I like the slow handcrafts. I've never really used this though to quilt with or to do Sashiko with. I don't really think that I have to do tension control on this. I'm just making sure that the fabric doesn't pucker up as I sew it. That's the only reason that I'm smoothing over the stitches. On the Sashiko, that movement also makes the thread plump up, and of course there isn't that effect with this embroidery thread. Still looks quite nice, I think. So I'll go ahead and finish this, and then I'll bring it back and we'll lay both side by side and compare. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the two samples that I made. This one is the Sashiko and this one is the embroidery silk. So I think that looking at it, the Sashiko does look plumper. You can see where the thread has plumped up a little bit. And of course you may say, well, you only used 2 strands. So I wanted to tell you that on this one, I set off with 2 strands, probably you can see that better here. But after a little while, I did change to 3 because I really didn't think the 2 was quite thick enough. And this is the 3 in this area over here. But the truth is actually that I'm looking at it now and I'm trying to remember which area I did the 3 strands in, because it made so little difference. It still doesn't look, it still doesn't have the same quality of plumpness as the stitches have. It's a lot flatter effect. Nevertheless, I do think that it looks quite nice. If I did it again, I may even use 4 strands and see if that improves the look and makes it more distinctive. And that improves the appearance. Neither of them looks more puckered than the other one. And as I say, the overall appearance is really okay on both, I think. I have to say I do have a slight preference for the Sashiko one. As far as durability goes, they're both quite tough threads. I feel like they probably would wear just as well. I think there is a little bit bigger probability of this thread getting snagged and pulling through just because it doesn't adhere into the fabric as easily. And for the feel, there's definitely, you can feel a more raised effect on this one than this one, but you still can feel that it's raised, and I'm not really sure whether that's an important quality or not to you. So I think the result is that the Sashiko thread does have unique qualities, but also using what you have can be a great option too, and it just all comes down to choice. So you want to make something that you like and you enjoy doing. So if you make something and you're pleased with it, in the end, that's all that matters. Am I a convert? No, I'll continue to use Sashiko thread. Whichever you choose, enjoy your stitching.